Hey, welcome back to another episode of Call Center Stories with myself, Eric Sims, and my partner in crime here, John Juliano. Hey, John, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, great to be here. How was the
It's
week? I like your shirt, by the way, before we get started.
yeah, I think there's a great theme we've got going on here with ball caps and floral shirts, even though we're in different parts of the country. So, um, yeah, look at sharp, buddy. I got
Yeah.
coconuts. What do you have on yours? What's yours? It's just
Uh,
the palm leaf things or flowers.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing
Nice.
crazy.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, so it's time for us to share another interesting story or event from the industry or from whatever's going on. And you got anything? You found anything this week? I've been out of pocket in Houston most of the week, so um,
Yeah.
haven't been up to date as much as normal.
Yeah, I came across this interesting story out of Guatemala. So, of all places, where
All I could think of when you just said that was remember Usual Suspects, where he's like just making up random stuff he sees on the board, and he's like, I used to pick coffee beans in Guatemala.
yes, this this is actually a real story. This is fantastic.
Okay,
So,
let's
pic-
go.
picture this.
Yep,
Beautiful country of Guatemala.
I'm in Guatemala.
You're in Guatemala. We already have
Okay,
the where to go. So,
yep.
while in Guatemala, driving down the beautiful road, you drive by a prison that has been taken over by gang members and reappropriated and turned into a call center. Not just any call center, but a call center that has crocodiles and they raise chickens inside as well. This is
Wait,
this this is
I'm trying to envision this, right? Wait, so it's a prison,
it's a prison.
and then a Guatemalan gang overthrows the prison,
Yes. Yeah,
takes over the prison,
the
and
federal prison.
in that overthrowing of the prison, they determine the best course of action is to change the prison into a call center.
Right.
And in that call center, I guess the had been prisoners become call center customer service or salespeople,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then somehow they incorporate chicken farming and gator observance.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's a new one.
when I think of a brick and mortar call center, the first thing that comes to my mind is a federal prison. I don't know about you, but like kind of makes me,
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
they're awful.
yeah, gets that same vibe.
Yeah.
Apparently that resonates to Guatemala as well.
I, I've been, we talked about the bed bug stuff before,
Yeah.
and I've seen like, I remember we've had to catch raccoons and things like that. Oh, there we go.
Let's
Is that
take a look
it?
let's look at the call center floor.
Oh, that's not
So
nice.
it's gorgeous. I think he's taken down part of a cubicle, if I'm not mistaken, or it looks to be part of a cubicle wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are those supposed to be beds?
I don't know. Or double cubicles, maybe. But they
Yeah.
look like beds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't ever get arrested in Guatemala.
No. Well, these
Gee.
guys did it right, man. Like they not only like took it over and turned it into a call center, they had the crocodiles, they raised chickens, but they had very nice luxuries such as TV sets, refrigerators, and air conditioning. So they took it to
Yeah,
the next.
AC may be an upgrade. Like they may not have had air conditioners,
Yeah.
and it's probably how they got the guys to stay or do what they wanted them to do.
Right.
But then
Right.
they like so they got. I don't understand the crocodiles, or
I
for that matter, the chicken. Like,
raising
were they
chicken.
raising chickens to eat the chickens, or is this just like some type of program they had? Like, when you're in school and they have you like you're
I
in
figured
the
this
Future
out.
Farmers of America and you grow corn and keep like pet pigs around or something.
Now they spiffed them out. That's what they did. They used the chickens and handed them out to all the agents who had like good handle time or whatever good SLAs.
For
I mean,
real? Or are you just being silly?
I'm just being silly.
Oh,
I'm
okay. I was
assuming
like,
that
that
it
one.
would make sense. It would make
Yeah.
sense. You
Great
know,
job today.
yeah.
Here's your chicken.
Forget Red Bull. Let's not
Yeah.
hand out cans of Red Bull. We're just going to hand out live chickens.
And then if you're not doing a good job, then you had to go out and like
Go
stick
to
your hand in the gator pit or whattever. Like,
the gators. Yeah.
That's incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
it's creative. I mean, you know, it's an example of using what you've got and making the most of it, I guess. I don't do
I,
like, is there any more of the story? Like, what were they selling or like, like,
I, I mean, it
what
says
was the
here,
call center actually doing? Makeshift call center,
uh,
extortion and ordered crimes to be committed.
yeah,
Oh, like so what were they using? Is it like, was this like the call center for the gang?
it looks like it. They they brought it back in house.
That's big business. Like if you're
They
big enough gang where you need your own call center, that's pretty intense, dude.
yeah, they outsourced it and weren't happy with the results, so they pulled it back in. I mean, it makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't like I don't know that I mean the mob used to do stuff like that with booking and things like that, right? Like back in the day, it would be similar to a call center. I'm sure they had them and they still probably do today
yeah.
for stuff like that, but never thought that like you'd be like the Gambino family uh call center only got 4 stars last month, you know, because att- attrition was through the roof.
This
Uh,
is so stupid. This is I
we lost like 40 agents last month. Nobody knows what happened to them. Their family still hasn't seen them either.
yeah, yeah. It gives a whole new thing
Fantastic.
to shrink. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
All right.
this just gets me where they enjoyed access to such luxuries, TV sets, fridges, and raising chickens. Like,
Uh,
I don't know how that's it's such luxuries.
when
Like,
did chickens become a luxury?
I don't know. Like, this is great.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fantastic.
and they look
Chicken, but it doesn't say what the gators were not included in the luxury.
no. They raised chickens and looked out on crocodile-filled lake.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I wonder if the crocodile filled lake was,
don't know how that's important or relevant to this. Like,
well, I listen, hang
wow,
on.
that doesn't
So
matter.
crocodile filled lake, I'm not doing a good job.
Yeah.
There's no better incentive than for me. Sorry, I'm plugging my computer in.
Oh,
Real good. Just knocked everything over. There's no better incentive. I don't know how you do that all at once, just trying to plug your computer in. There's no better incentive than, hey, if you don't do a good job today, we're going to put you in the gator pond. Or like that's
that's
how you get dismissed from your position, right?
yeah, that's your
I'm
coaching.
not, I'm no longer like they call it, that's the HR office.
Yeah, go to the pond.
Go to the pond. You need to go talk to Enrique out at the pond. Oh no, I don't want to go see. I don't. I'll start doing a better job. Take one of my chickens back.
Yeah,
You know,
just
that's
so
insane. So do they bust? It's been busted. Obviously, that's the thing.
yeah, yeah.
Extortion.
So
That's crazy. Anyway,
yeah,
any
the
more picks?
country
Any more great picks there? Or no, is that it?
the country took the prison back. So the country actually was able to repossess the prison.
So since the call centers prison's been taken back over, did they see their CSAT scores go up?
I'm sure. I'm sure. I don't know what their plan is now. I'm sure there's an RFP out there and one of those public sites where you can, submit a bid to try to get this contract from
Yeah,
the from whatever gang that is.
that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
That
that's a good one, dude. I've never. I'm sure that's not the first, but that is that's up there with most creative takeovers I've seen.
yeah.
A
Yeah.
different way of approaching mergers and acquisitions.
Exactly.
Guatemalan prison model. So
Yeah.
okay. Well, what else you got? Anything else? Find anything else on there? Or no.
Yeah, yeah. So coming back to the States now, there was a pretty cool bill that just got
What are we doing with call centers?
there's a pretty cool bill that just got introduced um, to the Senate or Congress that yeah, I'll share it and kind of give you the high
Yeah.
level overview here. Give me 1 second here.
So you said that they're introducing a bill to the Senate? Or they did
Yeah,
introduce a bill to the Senate?
it looks like this was May, so about a month ago.
Okay.
So as you can
No,
see, it looks like a few senators introduced a bill that that's relevant to our industry, outsourced contact centers or outsourced call centers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So the
yeah,
bill would penalize companies that outsource call centers overseas by withholding federal grants and contracts. So they'd be excluded from any of those RFP processes.
yep.
And okay, United States call
So
center.
require all
Interesting.
call center work performed, yeah, that federal contracts to be done in the US.
Yep.
Require US companies to identify the location of the call center and allow the customer to be transferred to a call center located in the US if asked. So
Gotcha.
imagine calling, Chase or Amex or whomever and getting an agent over in Bangalore, India. And if you don't want to talk to that person, they have to disclose where they're located. You can say, "Hey, I want to talk to a US call center agent," and they'd have to transfer you to a US call center.
Huh.
Yeah.
So high level, I like that. I mean, I
Yeah.
think the argument's going to be like, what does that do to cost modeling, right? It's like when they use you kind of blanket statements saying like, we're going to raise minimum wage $20 or whatever. Like it's okay, it's great in theory, but it destroys a lot of companies' financial models to the point where they can't do it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Because I mean, again, as much as you and I are for like white glove CX and being everything onshore for U.S. jobs, I had this conversation with somebody the other day. I was like, there is stuff that just needs to go near shore or offshore. Like it doesn't make financial sense. And the interaction type or need really could be eaten up by that or AI, right? Like it's real simple, doesn't require a lot. But I like conceptually, I like this for saying like, listen, we're gonna reward companies who are purposely building models to keeping the economic situation in the United States, which you and I have prided ourselves on with LEC for a long time, that hey, we create millions of dollars in revenue each year that gets paid back out to employees, here in the US, and contractors and vendors and all the other people that we get to work with, that are it's going back into our economic system.
Yep.
So um that's interesting. Has it gotten any traction or any like, or is everybody just like crapping all over it? Do you know what the deal is?
I haven't seen really a lot of feedback or sentiment on this. What I did see, according to this article, the bill has garnered support from several U.S. senators across multiple states.
Yeah. So let's
So
put the link.
it's getting,
Let's have Phoebe put the link in our. So we're gonna put the link in the show,
yeah,
and you guys read it or take a look at it. But anybody that's interested, we'd love to hear your feedback in the comments on what your thoughts are on that, like how that may impact your business individually. Because again, I think everybody's gonna have a perspective based on again, their personal positioning, because their personal positioning is typically tied to their economic positioning of their own business or their own income. So yeah, we'd love to hear back from you on that piece. What you got anything else on that, John?
some more info. I found another article that kind of dives a little bit deeper, right? So under the legislation, it looks like that if they don't disclose, if the company doesn't disclose where the call center is being operated out of,
Mm-hmm.
uh, at least 120 days before the change, they're subject to a $10,000 per day fine.
What if the companies that move call center operations overseas or contract customer service to another business that relocates call center work? Oh, so they're saying if you have a center here and you
Move
change
it.
it to, Bangladesh, India, or wherever it is that you do,
Yep.
then you have to notify the labor department. And if you
120.
don't, 120 days before you even do it.
Correct.
And then if you don't notify them, you could get fined $10,000 per day.
Correct.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that can add up quick.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. We've watched the mass exodus that takes place, every 4 to 8 years, depending on who's in office.
Well,
And,
not to make it political, but 14 Democrats and independents signed on to the bill as co-sponsors.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
total?
So 14.
Yeah, yeah, that's the
So
Democrats
14
and
plus
independents. Are there any Republicans, or is this like a Democrat? Only the Democrats are for this.
only the Democrats.
So there's
Senate
no.
Democrat.
Wow. Now
Now,
that's interesting.
That's what I'm saying. It was
Yeah.
really interesting.
Historically, we've seen the other party push harder to have people on shore
Yeah.
giving tax benefits or whatever it may be. Like they haven't created a bill for it, but you just see stuff shift around. So, hey, that's good news, man.
Yeah, I think so.
And yeah, I mean, if they can come up with something that incentivizes us to find solutions here in the States, I think that's good. I think the more in any way we can become less reliant on taking things elsewhere, the better position we are with the way the world is today. So, I mean, again,
Yeah.
I'm not an economist. I'm a simpleton when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, but that's my perspective. Cool. So, a couple good stories. So, yeah, hey, listen, if you're watching this and you're of interest in any of these things, one, if you're an expert on Guatemalan crocodile chicken prisons that are call centers, we'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Or maybe you've seen some other models where they utilize ponies and I don't know, scorpions or something like that. Leave us your comments there. Also, with this bill, on a serious note, well, I'd love to hear your funny comments, probably more than the other one. But on the bill, hey, give us your thoughts and leave your comments on that as well. And if you like the episode, we always ask you to subscribe, like, and share. John and I like to take a little bit of time out each week and just share some things that are going on in the contact center world and community and those stories that are around there. And hopefully they bring a little light, a little humor, a little information your way. So until next time, adieu.
Goodbye.